Austin grew rapidly in the early 20th century, attracting a variety of European immigrants, including Germans, Scandinavians, Irish, Italians, and Greeks. Austin was nearly an all-white community up until the 1960s when riots, blockbusting, and other events began to change the neighborhood's demographics.
Howe School, the community, is called North Austin. It's on the west side of Chicago.
If someone never been here before, they wouldn't like it at first when they first come. But once you get used to the neighborhood, it's fine. It also depends on where you live at. Now my neighborhood is fine, it's just a lot of drugs that are stepping on now.
Describe it as drugs, gang, unemployment, single parent, multi-families living in one home.
By the year 2000, African Americans made up 90% of Austin's population. Currently, Austin is recognized as one of the most crime-ridden areas in Chicago. Also, more than 24% of Austin residents live below the poverty line, so it is critical as teachers that we are aware of what our students' living conditions are like. By knowing the poverty and crime rates of North Austin, we are able to gauge a better understanding of what our students go through on a daily basis and the factors that may affect their learning.
Wyman and Grant discuss in their article, Getting to Know Students' Communities, that teachers who do not share their students' backgrounds can get to know their students' communities and to draw on those developing relationships to redirect and improve their own teaching. Teachers who learn to recognize both the patterns and the immense diversity that exists within these communities that initially appear homogeneous can gain confidence navigating this complex landscape and ultimately will know that they are succeeding when their growing and deepening relationships with the community helps their work in the classroom.
Developing an awareness of our school's community will help us become more aware of our students' cultural identities. Cultural identities of students are constructed from their experiences and where they come from.
Hello, my name is Miss Anthony and I am the community schools program coordinator, and this school is considered a community school, which is where we bring in different resources and assets together from outside and build our own community inside. So it consists of sports programming, health and nutrition, math and science, parent involvement activities, and community building. This school year we have done a lot of programs with the students, and we are continually growing with parent programs. So our goal this year before we end is to have a core group of 50 to 100 parents that are taking classes and workshops to teach them different parenting skills, where it's around discipline and health and nutrition. This community has a high number of families with diabetes and health issues, so we want to try to get out the importance of eating healthy on an affordable budget. So we've had a few sessions on that in the school. We also had a partnership with Resurrection Hospitals, where at the end of last school year we had a mobile doctor's office come to the school, and we rendered shots and physicals, and they had for grades 5th through 8th grade had mental health services given to them. We address things during after school such as peer pressure, gang violence, bullying. Social emotional learning is very key to our program. So every program that we offer during after school, we try to offer 5 to 10 minutes of social emotional learning in the beginning and the end. We partner with a program called YSP, which is coming in and doing Cornerstone, which is a counseling program for young girls. There's a lot of topics that they talk about. Within our community, we have a lot of connections with local government. So the Department of Human Services has a lot of different neighborhood things going on. So right up the street we have the WIC office that has fresh fruits and vegetables. They offer cooking classes there also. We try to partner with the local Catholic school around the corner where we have open gym, and we try to network with programs. We have the Girl Scouts, which is working with our young girls with leadership, helping them to resolve issues and become prominent women within their community and within society, so trying to promote that also. We had a high school and college prep program here at Howe that I initiated, where it was for grades 5th through 8th grade, and we exposed them to different high schools out of this community to try to expose them to other communities, and then help them to educate themselves more about the schools in their community and what it has to offer. And then we also took them outside of the community and took them to the University of Illinois to kind of talk about that whole process of college enrollment and university experience, to help them understand what they need to take from this school while they're here to help them to have a brighter future.
My name is Reverend Steve Epting. I'm the pastor at Hope Community Church located 5900 West Iowa in Chicago. I believe it's the job of the role of the church to affect change in the community. Our food pantry is open twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays for 2 hours, where we provide food for the needy individuals. We also have a monthly food truck that comes and we pass our food once a month, every first Thursday of the month. We see about 2,500 people a month. Last year we fed some 30,000 people just at our location alone.
I teach in the Austin community on the west side of Chicago, and as a 3rd grade teacher, I am very aware of the community that I teach in and my students in it. When I decide what to teach or what to talk about with my students, I do think about what's happening in the community and in the city of Chicago at large. Some of the things that we've talked about this year that the students have brought up have been the school closing actions. They wanted to talk about the strike when that happened. Even though that might not seem like to be big issues on the west side of Chicago, the students heard about it on the news, their parents were talking about it, so we had discussions about it. Our school is 98% African American, so a lot of the literature that we bring in talks about African American folklore or is written by African American authors, just as a way to bring that into the classroom and make sure that the kids are getting a culturally relevant curriculum. Some of the other things we do, is we do talk a lot about community issues such as gangs or violence or things going on at home, which might be a little bit different in another part of the city, or obviously when you go out to the suburbs, the issues there are no better, no worse, they're just different. That's really how I try and make sure that I have a culturally relevant classroom and that the kids are getting their well-rounded education.
I would say that when we first came here, our parents were not sure about how we would change the school. I think that we had to gain their confidence to let them know that we truly love and care about their children, that they are our investment to see that the community grows. One thing that we have always said to our children in the North Austin area is that the community does not make you, you make the community. You can change this community by getting an education.
Politicians be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers, be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, standing in the hall of fame.